So in this video we are going to be pulling the exhaust out and completely redoing it. So the first thing I'm going to do is just start pulling the exhaust out, and I'll show you guys why it sounds so bad and has such a bad exhaust leak. On the passenger side, one of the studs in the headers is broke off, so I'm going to pull that header off and see if I can fix that stud. Alright, so as you can see, I got the exhaust out. I had to cut it up in a few places, but as you can see right there, smashed it in pretty dang good. And then right here got smashed in because it got all kinked, so I had super bad exhaust leaks coming out of these because I couldn't seal properly because it wasn't lined up correctly with the header. So the main reason it was so loud in the videos is because it had really bad exhaust leaks on the header to the downpipe connection. So that's the main thing that's going to quiet it up, and then I'll throw another muffler in, as I was saying, and make it go out the back. So it should sound a lot better and be a lot quieter, so better for video, and for the people riding in it, we can actually talk as we're driving down the road. So should be fairly simple, but I'm gonna get that header pulled off first. Not sponsored at all, but if you ever want a good shop light to work, this is my favorite light I've ever used. Robbie had one of these and I had to buy one. It's a little expensive, I think it was like $300, but it's magnetic, it's got swivels everywhere, and this is super freaking bright. Like, if you need a good light, right there. Alright, so as you can see, got a new stud put in. I drilled the old one out and welded it up from the back and a little bit on the front. Made sure the gasket still fits and flange fits right on like that. So I'm gonna get this header bolted back in, and then can bolt in the two down pipes and start figuring out an exhaust. Alright, so I may have gotten a little carried away and kind of forgot to film some stuff, but the exhaust is in. I'll show you guys what it looks like a little bit, and then we're gonna go on a test drive. So I already started it up and pulled it outside. Tell you what, it sounds way better. It's like almost quiet. It's got just enough noise to sound cool. You can have a conversation while you're driving down the road. So we'll show you guys what it looks like, then we'll take it on a test drive. It's all built using recycled exhaust material, so it's not super pretty, but works. Doesn't have any exhaust leaks. I fixed the exhaust leaks up here as you guys saw, and I'm probably going to end up exhaust wrapping the whole thing. So really, it being ugly doesn't matter at all because you're never going to see it. Yeah, let's go on a test drive, see how this thing sounds. Driving on the road, you can actually have a conversation in here. I don't have have anyone in here to have a conversation with, but you could if you had friends. So guess I'll just have a conversation with you guys. So I mean, you guys heard me trying to talk in here before driving on the road, so hopefully it's a lot better now. I don't know, guess we'll see when the video comes out. But super quiet, which, I mean, yes, it's cool to have a loud vehicle and have it sound cool, but I'm super excited about it being quiet like this. It's been loud with exhaust leaks for way too long. So it doesn't have any exhaust leaks. You can have the windows rolled up. You're not gonna die in here of carbon monoxide poisoning. So I'd say that's a pretty good win. Okay, I got my food and a drink. Now I'm on my way home. See? This is my daily driver right now because my truck still needs a transmission. So if anyone knows where I can get a transmission for it, it's a 1995 Ford F-250 with a 7.3 Power Stroke. Right now it's a 2-wheel drive automatic, so if you have one of those, or if you have a manual or a 4-wheel drive manual, or I don't know, maybe if I can get a manual 4-wheel drive transmission, I'll just put a set of Super Duty axles under it and make it 4-wheel drive or something like that. So let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in seeing or not, because I think that'd be kind of cool. But it's on its second transmission and I'm kind of tired of dealing with the automatics, so I really want to go to manual. But if I can find a 2-wheel drive automatic transmission, I'll just go with that for now, so I can get it up on the road and start driving that instead of this. So yeah, look at that. We just had a whole conversation and you could probably tell what I'm saying. Alright, so I got my Blazer pulled back into the garage so I can finish up the exhaust, because right now it just kind of, it looks unfinished and the exhaust is kind of pointing up. I could just cut it off, but I've got this exhaust tip that I think if I cut this off up here a little bit more, put that on there like that, I think it'll look a little better. And I don't know if you can see, but it's tucked up nicely out of the way, so I don't think I'll hit it on anything, hopefully. So I'm just gonna cut that off where I think this can weld on there and put that on there like that. And there it is. So I think it just looks a little bit more finished, a little more professional that way, with the exhaust tip instead of just leaving it as cut off pipe. So, and it actually slips over that pipe perfectly. So just gonna weld that on and yeah, be finished. It's not going to change how it sounds or anything, just looks better. Alright, so I'm going to be building a plasma cutting table type thing out of this barrel, and so I got some metal strips to build the slats, and then I just got this, it's 1-inch square, it's like a railing off of something. I'm going to be using that to build a stand. So yeah, so my plan is I'm going to be cutting the barrel like here and just use this top piece because it does not need to be that deep. And just use this and build a stand for it to get it up off the ground. And then I'm going to be putting a drain on it so if we need to drain the water out. And so yeah, so first thing I'm going to do is cut this in half, or cut the bottom of this off, and then start building the stand for it. Alright, so I got all my pieces cut out and measured and marked, so these are going to get welded together like that. So got my square. I'm going to tack everything together, see if it fits, see if I measured everything right, and then I'll fully weld it up. So now I got my little fitting. I just ground it down. And it'll go right into there like that. I'll just weld it in. It is galvanized, so just grind it off. You know, outside, don't breathe. It'll be okay, but you're really not supposed to weld the galvanized, but it'll be fine. So I'm gonna drill a hole into there, stick that in, weld it up, and then I'll move on to building the slats that go across the top. We'll fill it with water and test it out. Okay, I got it welded up. I got my valve put in there, some Teflon tape. I put a little bit of water in there and just check if it leaks, and it doesn't leak. So I'm going to cut these to size and then weld them in there, and it's done. Okay, so I got this sideways. They're not perfect. I kind of just eyeballed most of them, but so now I'm going to cut some pieces and just kind of stick them in there like this. That one needs to be a little shorter, just to add a little rigidity. So I'm pretty excited. I've wanted to build one of these for a while now, so.
You don't look excited.
Tired.
You're tired?
I just cleaned the entire garage.
So you could work in here?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. It looks good though. My brain is still seeing a grill, like a little thing to cook hamburgers on, but that is not what it is.
I think I just finished welding that up, and I think I'm going to call that done. It's kind of brick layout. I don't know, it should work.
That's pretty cool.
So I don't want to do too many because it just leaves more to cut. You have good open areas to just cut in and avoid these, so they last longer. And yeah, I think it should be good. So I'm going to weld that up and put some water in it. Okay, so there it is. Finished product. Made it the same height as this table, so if you got something bigger, you can use this table as well. And yeah, got some water in there. It's not leaking or anything, so it's almost level. But should work pretty good. So now you can put your stuff on there, plasma cut it out, not have to worry about all the dust and sparks and all that stuff, because plasma cutters, they destroy the concrete if you do them on the ground. And so this will just be better and easier because it's up off the ground. So yeah.